Yo, what's good with y'all, man? You dig what I'm saying? This boy KJ Productions here from the shadows, coming to y'all with another video. And today, this is talking about the whole Canelo and Bud Crawford situation. I've done a billion of these, so I'm not even going to go too further much into this. So let's talk boxing. All right, coming out of the gate, want to give props to my boy Terrence Bud Crawford for coming in, going up in weight, and becoming a 4-weight class world champion, giving us a great show, great event, and a great fight. Now, that being said, I'm going to go ahead and bring in what this whole video is about. Canelo and Bud Crawford. Is this fight still worth it? For me, I feel like if they met at a catchweight, I genuinely do feel like this fight is still worth it. Because let's actually think about this for a second. Canelo and Bud Crawford are the two best in the world. Yes, Usyk can go in there after what he's done. But like for right now, let's just be real. It's Canelo and Bud Crawford. They're on the same skill level. They both have great insane achievements. They both can be put in the all-time great category. Honestly, are in the all-time great category. They all have great fights, great resumes. There's literally nothing that should be standing in the way of these two fighting except the weight. Now, the weight thing kind of gets on my nerves because, and I understand Canelo a couple months back said that he feels like he shouldn't fight Terrence Bud Crawford because he doesn't think he'd get the same respect that he would if he was fighting somebody at his weight because of the whole Jamel Charlo situation. But let's be real, bro. All of the greats, the icons, the GOATs, they move up in weight and show why they're those all-time greats. They don't just move up they don't just conquer like 1 or 2 divisions and then like, yeah, I'm done. No, like people like Roy Jones Jr., Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, like all of them, they moved up in weight and conquered those weight classes. Like Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones went all the way up to heavyweight and won the title. And that's what Crawford's trying, and that's what I feel like a lot of fighters nowadays are missing. They're missing that crazy. They're missing that I don't care attitude. I just want to fight. I don't care who it is. I don't care what weight it is. I don't care who's A-side, none of this. I just want to fight and prove that I'm better than you and why I should be the champ. That's what old fighters were. That's what them all-time greats had as a mentality. And that's what I see in Crawford. I see him trying to move up in weight. I see him trying to take on these challenges. Now, a lot of people don't like that he hasn't fought Boots yet, but I feel like in Crawford's mind, he's just trying to... I feel like in Crawford's mind, there's bigger fights that could be made, even though Boots, I would love to see that fight, I ain't gonna lie. But I feel like in Crawford's mind that he feels like there's other fights, way bigger money fights that could be made, which there are, like Canelo, but for some reason, Canelo's not really liking that fight. And to be honest, like the whole thing about Crawford moving up to 168, I don't understand why Canelo's not pushing to make it more, like why does Crawford have to come to Canelo's weight? Like, that just doesn't make sense to me because Canelo's a great fighter, a great champion. So, like, if y'all just met at a catchweight and made it fair, what's the issue? Big money fight, probably going to be the biggest fight of the year, might be the biggest fight of our generation considering how great these two are. It's going to make amazing pay-per-view numbers. You're going to put on a great fight, and both of you are going to be on an even playing field. I just don't understand what's the problem being at a catchweight. Like, because I know, and what annoys me is I know Canelo is a great fighter. I know how amazing Canelo is, bro. So when he keeps saying he doesn't want to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, he says it's easy work. It's like, bro, meet at a catchweight, make it fair. You want to be a great, right? You want your name to be right beside Floyd, right beside Sugar Ray, right beside Sugar Ray Robinson. Well, shoot. Only certain people's name gonna be beside Sugar Ray Robinson. But if you want your name to be written in the history books amongst all those greats, then you have to have that crazy, bro. Like, move down in weight, fight Bud. Give us that great fight we've all been wanting for. I understand some people think because how heavy Canelo is, it might just be a mismatch. But that's only if Bud goes up to 160. I ain't gonna lie. Him doing that is crazy. I don't think Bud should be doing that. If he does go up to 160, Canelo might dismantle him only because he's the only one making a sacrifice for that fight. If they both meet at a catchweight, then we're talking, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I truly believe that if these two met at a catchweight, they could give us a great and entertaining fight. And it would prove who the best is. Like, we already know Terrence Crawford pound for pound is the best. But Terrence Crawford has that crazy. Like, he doesn't want to just settle at being two-time undisputed and a four different weight class champion. He doesn't want to just stop at that. He wants to fight the best. And that's why that's what I like. That's why when they, like, in this situation, I'm kind of rooting for Bud, because I'm seeing him try to push for this. I'm not seeing Canelo try to push for this. Like, who is this bum he's getting ready to fight? We don't know. I don't even know this little man's name, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, Crawford just went up and fought a champion. Canelo's fighting, I don't know who this little nigga is, but hey, man. All I know is I truly believe this could be an amazing fight, a great event, and I don't understand why they can't meet at a cash weight. Maybe it's something I'm missing. Maybe it's something that I don't know. All I'm saying is these two are the best. These two are the best in the world, and they always tell us that they're aiming to. And obviously, once you hit that level, your goal is to solidify yourself in those history books. I don't know if Canelo probably thinks he's already done that. I mean, he kind of has, but you got to do more. Like Muhammad Ali, the record of all-time greats that he's beaten, like George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Ken Norton, Sonny Liston, Eddie Shavers, Ernie Shavers. There's so many, there's like a whole list of all-time greats that Muhammad Ali's beaten, and it's not even just the greatest of all time. Like, I know I'm talking about him, but it's not even just him. Sugar Ray Leonard dominating Marvin Hagler, knocking out Tommy Hearns, destroying Roberto Duran. Then you got Floyd fighting Pacquiao, fighting Sugar Shane Mosley, fighting Zab Judah, fighting Oscar De La Hoya. It's just like every great has like a whole list of other greats that they've either fought or beaten. And from Canelo and Crawford, the only people I can think of, Canelo fought Floyd, but he lost. And I'm trying to think, he beat Triple G. I'll give him credit for that. He beat Triple G. But who else is really on that all-time great scale from his resume? Same thing with Crawford. I'm not going to be nice with Crawford either. The only person that's close to that scale that Crawford's really, really beaten is Spence. But those two that are like Spence and Triple G, the only two close to the those levels, those heights that I can name from their resumes. And it just, they've accomplished a lot. They've won all the belts that they can. Like, they've had a lot of great achievements, won a lot of belts in different weight classes and everything. But every boxer has that fight that solidifies them. For example, Evander Holyfield. Evander Holyfield had, when you think of Evander Holyfield and things that solidify him, some people think of the Mike Tyson fight, some people think of the George Foreman fight. I think of either for me, what really, anytime I think about why he's one of the greatest of all time, I think about back to that Foreman fight. Every fighter has that one fight. Like, for Evander, for me, it's the Foreman fight. For Sugar Ray Leonard, it's his fight with Tommy Hearns. For Muhammad Ali, it's his fight with Joe Frazier, or once again Foreman. For Floyd, it was his fight against, even though it was an old Sugar Shane, it was his fight against Sugar Shane. Every fighter has that fight that lets you know why they're the greatest of all time. Where there's just, after they won that fight, there was just no question of why they should be in there. And after fighting Triple G and after fighting Spence, some do say that, but for me, because I see the potential in both of these greats, it's just I don't know. I feel like Crawford's the only one that, with that crazy mentality. I just haven't seen Canelo try to push himself these last few years with, crazy, insane fights. Why hasn't he fought Benavidez yet either? That's another big pay-per-view. And I heard rumors actually not even a rumor, I heard from Crawford's mouth himself saying that Canelo was asking for $200 million to fight Benavidez and then $150 million to fight Crawford. Come on, bro. All of y'all are on that scale. I understand about trying to get your money, because at the end of the day, we're just fans. We don't know what goes on at your household. We don't know how your health is when you leave this sport. We don't know what kind of mental or health or brain damage that you have once you walk out of the ring. We don't know. We're just fans. The only time we see you is when you flick on that camera. But come on, man. That's the whole point of being, this is the whole point of boxing, but proving you're the best. Or at least when you get to that level, that's the whole point, proving you're the best. I understand about getting your bread and taking care of your family, but all of y'all have already made enough money to where y'all could stop at this very moment, and then, you and the rest of your families would be good. So, I don't know, man. I just truly feel like they should just make this fight. I don't know why it hasn't been like, why it's taking so long. I don't know why Canelo's asking for that much. It's just stuff like that is what's kind of making me disappointed in Canelo lately. Because why aren't you fighting Benavidez? Why aren't you fighting Crawford? If they're as easy work as you say, then you should be fighting them. And like that would be the big money fights that you're talking about. Like, I don't know. It just kind of annoys me and kind of makes me disappointed. Because Crawford and Canelo both have insane hand speed, both have great power, both have great head movement. Crawford does tend to probably gets hit like a lot more than Canelo, but he still has good head movement. They both have dogged out in their fights. They both have had their dominations. I just don't understand why this fight hasn't been made or why they haven't tried to make the effort to get to a catch weight. But hey, only time will tell, and who knows, maybe we'll see that fight, maybe we won't. But all I know is for Canelo and for Crawford, if they truly want to solidify themselves undeniably, because there are people saying Canelo and Crawford are already all-time greats, but if you want to have it undeniable, bro, fight each other. Whoever wins that fight, especially if it's by knockout, I guarantee you that will be their solidification. That will be the moment that they are solidified into those books. That will be the moment. When those two fight, that will be the moment for both of their careers where it's undeniable. That will be the moment. But that's just my opinions, and I don't have all the answers. So, but I hope you guys liked and enjoyed this video. I pray we get the fight going. It really would be something for the boxing culture if this fight was made. But yeah, man, without further ado, this is the end of the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, Misfit 16's coming up. The Shadows will be filming a video prayerfully, and we'll be reacting to it. So look out for that video coming up soon. But yeah, man, remember, this is the end of the video, and Shadows on top, and we ain't gonna stop. Peace.